Hello my lovelies. So I am ready to do a full moon message from the fairies reading, but I wanted to share with you a couple of experiences that I've had and what's going on subconsciously and in the 3D, and they're both like initiations, but also they're clear signposts that you are actually timeline jumping and clearing out and becoming more lighter. So my first experience was in a shop yesterday when I'd actually let somebody move in front of me, like take a space, because there was a space in front of me. She thought it was the queue, and I was told that's not your decision to make. And I thought, wow, where's this coming from? You know, where does this show up, as in what kind of energy is it that makes someone feel that they've got the right to tell you whether you can, oh my crown slipped on that, on my third eye, whether they think they've got the right to tell you whether you can give up a space in front. I mean, Christ, that's just kindness. That's just you know, it's Christmas and we're kind people. But it was a projection. Now, subconsciously, I've been clearing out a lot. It's brought up past life attachments. It's brought up old hurts that I didn't realise that had healed. So as I've been doing the work in my sleep and doing the shadow work, which is what it is, looking at it, processing it, grieving it, letting it go, you then become more lighter. As you become more lighter, you become more brighter. And obviously the sort of flip side to that is that it will trigger people. It will trigger your kindness, or your light will actually trigger something in people to say, no, you can't do that. Also, there's a lot of, like I said, past life stuff coming up. So where we've been silenced, where we've been told not to speak, again, that was a projection of being told what to do, what you can, what you can't do. Unfortunately, the lady who I gave the space up to felt so uncomfortable, she went to the back. That's got nothing to do with me. Understand that people projecting stuff actually hasn't got anything to do with you, but there's something in you that triggers, and it's because we're emptying out and we're lightening up. So the lighter we get, the more it's going to trigger other people's responses. And so she felt uncomfortable and went to the back of the queue, but this person behind me still kept arguing that it wasn't my decision whether to let her stand in front of me or not. So that was my first experience yesterday, and and the full moon's tonight. And then last night I had somebody, you know, who I've known for years, but I don't really know them. They don't really know me. But they've obviously been watching my lives or whatever, and took it upon themselves to go on to my festival call out and start writing a load of stuff. Now, I can't remember exactly what was written, but it was definitely sabotage. Now, often when we've cleared out, when we've lightened up and we're just about to timeline jump, this sort of thing will happen, because people who are stuck, or they don't want you to elevate. Now, whether it's actually, excuse me, whether it's actually through them, whether something's actually channeling through them, or you've triggered them in some way. What I found very interesting about what happened last night was this person, and I'm not like doing the blame game and calling out and all that, but what I found really interesting is this person wrote a few comments whilst I'm trying to manifest something that's very magical and in alignment with, or I've been guided to do, on that post, but then wrote a series of attacks at my personality, but made it locked so it wasn't public. And interestingly enough, one of the comments made was that maybe I should be dunked. So this could be, as in the Raven's message yesterday, past life stuff coming up, could be connected to a past life where possibly, probably was dunked in as they did, but definitely a massive call out of a witch hunt. Now, these things tend to only come up when something really big is about to happen or shift. You've closed something out, you've done some healing, you've gone in, you've done the shadow work, and then these little things come up, and it's not necessarily, so I reread what was written, and I thought, oh my God, this is a reflection of you. Like, everything you're saying is a reflection of you. It had absolutely nothing to do with me. But what it did show me was that there was sabotage going on, which to me means that I'm definitely going in the right direction. So if somebody or a group of people try to sabotage your plans or ideas, then you know that it's about to take a massive leap. Now, there was an element of me that thought, I'm not gonna go social anymore, I'm not gonna go public anymore. But what that part of me was obviously the past life, possibly witch, possibly, it's the throat chakra, it's people trying to shut you up here, it's people trying to censor you, it's people trying to call in that old timeline of you shouldn't be seen, you shouldn't be heard. And there was an element of me that was like, oh, I'm gonna go private. And then I was like, no, I am absolutely not going private. What it is that I say and I think come from here. And if somebody hasn't got the awareness to be able to see that, and obviously then projects everything from where they are. So let's just, as an example, whatever came out of the mouth is showing me that that's that's at the level that they see things. So I wanted to do this little live if you are experiencing it, because with the Gemini full moon, it's very matter of fact. It's very, I need proof, I need evidence. You know, it's in between, it's the twins, but it's also a little bit like the Pisces sign, where it's in between, right, you need to show me the science, you need to show me this, and anything that isn't, you know, solid proof, grounded, you know, in reality, then is obviously lunatic, was one of the words that was used last night. So this full moon in Gemini is bringing out, you know, this projections, and especially if you've been doing the work on the inside, you may be experiencing, you know, projections of other people's shit that's triggering them. You know, triggering the woman behind me that I let somebody in front of me, triggering this person who still didn't actually, you know, do it publicly, done it in such a way where you know, I want to say all these things, but I haven't actually got the courage to, you know, say it publicly. And almost, very almost, pushed me back into not publicly speaking. So publicly speaking now, these may be some of the things that are coming up if you're doing the work, that we're lightening up, we're letting go of stuff. Past life stuff was the message yesterday, but also, you know, clearing out, going through these shifts, becoming lighter, becoming brighter. And when you see signs of projection and possibly sabotage, then it means you're going in the right direction. So that's my message. Keep fucking going.